Something about today just doesn't feel right. But I just can't tell what it is. Wait. What day is it today? Monday. I fucking hate Mondays!
I hate Monday, 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 I hate
Good Monday morning, it's I Hate Monday. Javier Fresco in the building. We got Fredo Avila, Brittany Cole, Miss Lily in the building. What's up with it, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
Man, I want to keep this one off, man, talking about the NFL and then the policy with players kneeling during the national anthem. Man, Fredo, what you thinking about
Well,
the situation?
pretty much the way it is that they don't. The way the NFL policy works is that if you're out there while the national anthem is playing, you have to stand. If you do kneel or protest in any way, then they will charge you with a fine. But that being said, the catch for that is that if you don't want to go out for the national anthem, you don't have to. So you can stay in the locker room. But it's a double-edged sword because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you go out there protest, you're going to look bad. If you don't go out there, you're basically protesting it, so you're still going to look bad.
Yeah.
But one of the owners abstained from the vote, so it was a unanimous vote. I forget which owner abstained. I think it was actually the San Francisco owner who did that, which is ironic with Colin Kaepernick first starting it with San Fran. But another thing too is that the Jets owner decided that he will pay any fine for any player who decides to protest.
That's dope.
So
We got a statement from the NFL Players Association. Miss Lily, could you read that statement for us?
Sure. The NFL chose not to consult the union in the development of this new policy, quote unquote, for policy. NFL players have shown their patriotism through their social activism, their community service in support of our military and law enforcement, and yes, through their protests to raise awareness about the issues they care about. The vote by NFL club CEOs today contradicts the statement made to our players' leadership by Commissioner Roger Goodell and the chairman of the NFL's management. Values and patriotism of our league. Our union will review the new quote-unquote policy and change any aspects of it that is inconsistent with the collective bargaining agreement. That's from the Players Association.
When would they do the new collective bargaining agreement?
that was just a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And the thing with the NFL that they need to realize is that yes, they need to realize that they need to consult with the NFL Players Association because it is a union. They are in a binding legal agreement. So even though the very conservative owners of the NFL had a win with this policy, in their eyes,
They left out
They-
some people.
completely neglected the fact that they should have had representatives from the NFLPA there
Yeah.
and should have been part of that decision. And the fact that they had to have seen this coming. They could have thought like, oh man, we passed this, so
And
now
they're just going to be quiet.
all is going to be well in the world and we're going to play ball.
Right.
I think we need to say something. This for real talk, Fredo. What you think? Can you go a little bit deeper in on
I
that?
think so.
For sure. But,
Sure.
I mean, we all kind of got opinions, but yeah, for sure. For
I
sure.
mean, I want to hear what y'all think too, because I know, it affects everybody that's involved.
That's a
with this
fan.
movement.
That's a fan. Well, I mean, you didn't even have the decency to tell them you were going to make this vote, and that's where that lacks. Like, even if y'all weren't going to give them a voice, at least let them know that's coming up, because what the Players Association is saying, y'all didn't even let them know y'all was about to do this vote. Like, that's messed up. So if they riot and they protest and they do everything against them, I have no issue with that.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just disappointing.
It is. It's sad.
It's even NBA coaches are getting in on this, and they're like, it's basically a pathetic move by the NFL. Like, I'm a huge fan of the NFL. I hope they get their
Their crap
act together,
together.
but you got to understand that just like a lot of people understand why the players are doing what they're doing, and the quick switch, to they're not honoring our veterans. It's complete bogus.
It was never about
It's-
that.
That was never
Let's
about
just
that.
take it back.
NFL is trying to save face and trying to save a lot.
Right.
They trying to say they sponsors, because that's what it is. They pay them pockets, and that's all they care about. But the players are the ones doing the work, so you got to
Literally
make
the
them
bottom
happy
line.
too.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's all sad, but you know,
So, what y'all been up to?
Nothing much.
work.
Man, just,
Work.
Working hard. That's about it.
Me too.
you know, man. Now I found out I'm gonna be a dad, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Out of Pappy.
I know. It's amazing. I had no idea. I just don't know how I'm gonna tell my fiance this.
Okay.
So it's crazy.
I know
So
how you gonna tell me.
surprise.
Just tell
Here we
me.
are.
You better
Here we
straighten
are.
up. Here she come bust through the
Don't
door
worry.
right
I hate
now.
Monday.
Don't worry. I did get a call from the Maury Povich show, and I'm going to be on, I think, November 10th.
Oh, the Maury show. Okay.
And so I will find
Okay.
out if I'm not the father. So
It's about 10
stay
days,
tuned,
man.
man.
Stay tuned.
And into that, I say you're welcome.
Hey, I've known some people that went to the Maury show, so let me
I have
me
too.
tell you,
I
it's a
have
mess.
to.
You get a nice check.
A mess.
Oh.
I knew somebody that went like 8 times.
I know somebody went twice.
8 times.
I
He was a father like 4 times.
But was it scripted though? Like, was it real? Or was
Yeah,
it
It was a
That's what I
little
wanna know.
scripted, obviously, but they still get paid.
So
you know?
what at the point where do they have a point where they're just like, I'm gonna say you are not the father, and you go run to the back?
I mean, I'm
I
sure.
mean, is that a
Yeah, I
script?
think you gotta
And
have that
cue
shit
the
played.
waterworks. Oh my god.
I mean, God, wait, they be late too. Like you are not the father.
She got you.
Oh my God! Like it's so delayed. Like everybody
I
failed.
can't stand watching.
Yeah, I-
Worst actors ever.
I did tell my fiance though that if there's ever a day that she comes up to me and says that she's pregnant, then I told her let's make the best of this and take me to the Maury show.
And we can make some
So when
money.
I find out that I'm not the father, I'm the one running off the stage, starting crying. You know?
Those are the sad ones, though.
Yeah.
No, ain't none of that shit.
Those are sad. That'd be sad. They be wanting to be the father, and you can't be the father.
You're
What?
saying, in all seriousness, why would you put yourself through that? It's such a private moment. It's
You
like,
get paid.
yeah, I guess, but that's like you're forever going to be part of like a meme or something.
Right.
This
But
is true.
always about that bread, man.
You're right.
Oh, man. All right, we're about to switch over to girl talk. We got Miss Lily and Bree Nicole. So I'm about to bring y'all that real
Yeah.
girl talk.
This is Girl Talk with Bree Nicole and Miss
Hey.
Lily. How y'all doing? We're gonna jump on into our first topic, Bree.
All right. So our first topic is about this 30-year-old guy. Have you heard about it? Well, his parents sued him for, I guess, being in the nest too long.
Yes.
So we all know we want to stay in our parents' house as long as we possibly can. But his parents were done. Like, I'm done with you.
I feel like
You
you're
gotta
that
get out.
desperate though. You just move your stuff out. Just lock
He
the doors.
was trying to stay. And
Change
his
the
parents
locks.
were trying to get their boogie on, I guess.
Mm.
Stella was trying to get her groove back.
Mhm.
Something was trying to go on. You know, they were just like, you here too long, so
You gotta go.
let me get you out.
So they basically took him to court.
They took him to court.
Mm-hmm.
They offered him $1,100 to get on his
Well,
feet.
you paid him to get out.
Not to get out, but beforehand, they were like, here goes $1,100 to get on your feet so you can start moving your
But he
stuff.
didn't do
And
anything.
He didn't.
Okay.
He pocketed it. And he kept, you know.
Okay, now I
going
might
on
sue
about
you
this
if you don't
way.
take
So,
my money, but you didn't do nothing.
It's the thing where, how long do you stay with your parents? And a lot of guys feel like they can transition that behavior over once they get a girl, once they get a wife, once they get married.
I agree.
They start, you know, keeping these childish behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to grow up. They don't want to, you know,
Move forward.
move forward.
They want
So-
somebody to take care of them.
So it's kind of like, in that sense, when does a man move out of his parents' house?
I mean, it could go both ways. It could be women too. But yes, at this topic, we're gonna talk about the men for right now. But how long is too long to be in your parents' house? Especially if you're not really helping out and you were being more of a hindrance than you are a help. So totally understand that. But and then also when you are on your own and you get into a relationship, I guess where does the line draw from when a woman is basically raising a man?
And that's a tough one because K. Michelle said it best. You can't raise,
You can't raise a
in this
man.
world. You can't.
You can't.
So,
That was your parents' job. And once they get done, then we supposed to start our own relationship together. So you need to be equally yoked. And I totally get that there are going to be times when one of y'all has a better job or maybe doesn't even have a job and the other one's kind of helping out. I totally get that. Me and my husband's been together for almost 12 years. So I totally get at sometimes things are just going to go wrong and you just got to make the best of a bad situation, but I think there are people that take advantage of other people. Like, oh, she got a good job, I'm just gonna stay on her couch, or oh, she got a good job, I'm just gonna drive her car. I don't have a car, I don't need a car. So I totally understand that.
So at this point, with that being said, what do you think about stay-at-home dads? A stay-at-home father.
I feel like if it works for your family, do what works for you. I have no issue with that. If you are, that means you still doing exactly what the wife was doing. You're going to take care of the kids. You're going to take care of the house. You're going to have dinner cooked, all that stuff that men expect a woman to do when she stays at home. Because it's not an easy job. We got kids. It's not an easy job. So I don't have a problem with the stay-at-home dad.
And then the mom going out there working, bringing home the money.
Because maybe she has the career and the background to get herself into the corporate world where she needs to be, or maybe she already had it all lined up before she met the guy. So
there's a difference. So you have the stay-at-home dad
that's doing what he's supposed to be doing,
and then you have the hood stay-at-home dad, where it's the hood baby daddy. It's the hood baby daddy, and he just cooking ramen noodles for
himself. Baby. No, for himself. The baby's still in the same diaper you left him in. No,
that's different. No. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's probably where my mind.
That's where gonna be a problem. You're not taking care of my kid, then we got an issue.
That's probably where my mindset is going, because when I think of stay-at-home dad, it's like, what is my kid's well-being?
You right. I mean, I have friends that have done that transition, like. They put the wife through school, so they're kind of helping out while the wife goes to school and work. And then they flip-flop where one of the parents now stay at home and the other one goes out into the workforce or to school or whatever. So, like I said, doing what works for you is okay as long as y'all agree upon that contract before y'all get started. Don't go into something where y'all are not agreeing on something and you're like, oh, I'm going to send you to school, but you didn't agree on it, and then 5 years later you're bitter about it. Yeah. That doesn't help anybody. So know what you're getting yourself into, know what you can and cannot deal with, and then be able to be flexible and be ready to change.
That's very much so true. Well,
if y'all have any questions or y'all want to comment on what we're talking about, or maybe just give us new topics to talk about, we are more than open. So you are definitely able to comment, subscribe, like, share, whatever you can do to kind of help us get those topics in and let us talk to you about whatever you guys are interested in.
Yeah. All right, this is Real Talk with Fredo, Fresco, and Ade. Little special guest here. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good, man.
I'm the person behind the scenes. You don't see me.
Welcome to the couch, man.
Yeah, man.
You graduated to the couch. Everybody give him a
yes,
round of applause. Graduated to the couch.
Good job, man. Good job.
Shit, yeah.
Now, where's my drink, man?
Hey, not gonna lie.
So, what's up, man? What do you guys think about the whole Morgan Freeman thing?
It's a lot, bro.
I'm gonna try to keep my emotions in, because I don't know. Ever since the Me Too movement came about, everything's just been kind of murky, because everything has been about more the accuser and less about the person who actually did it. It's like, oh, this person has allegations, they're guilty. Yeah. Without anything, which I'm not saying the accuser should not be valid. I'm just saying both should also be valid, and nobody should be taking sides, without any sort of investigation happening. Like, unless the person just outright says, I did it, and it's like, okay, that's cool, moving on. But
I agree, but for a couple of examples, like for when it comes to like Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, guys who have, it's documented and there's no way around it. Whoever accused them had every right to. When it comes to Morgan Freeman, though, if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and watch that video where the girl claims that in that clip, Morgan Freeman made a very, very inappropriate comment to her. And Michael Caine was talking about a time when he went ahead and congratulated somebody who he thought was pregnant. She happened not to be pregnant, so it was like a laugh. And all Morgan Freeman said, and it was directly involved with that conversation, all Morgan Freeman said, well, I wish I would have been there.
Meaning he was talking to him.
He was talking about
now,
Michael
to put
Caine.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Imagine this is Morgan Freeman and I'm Michael Caine. Michael Caine just said the joke.
Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman.
She claimed that he looked up and down as he said it too, trying to allude that he was talking to her. But literally, this what happened. She was actually pregnant. Do what Morgan Freeman did.
I wish I would have been there.
And all of a sudden, that's sexual assault. We're not doing this. It's 2018,
Now
bro.
that's ridiculous, man. That's like, come on, the standards of who, like, what you need to have, like, as far as evidence, needs to be a little higher than just a quick little comment about a story that his co-star happened to be telling to a reporter who happened to be pregnant. It's ridiculous. It's taken out of context.
What do you
Yeah.
think about though? Like, you think everybody's a target right now? Like, I feel like anybody's
No,
a
I
target.
think right now the society we live in is that, and this is why a lot of comics refuse to do college shows anymore. Everybody's just too damn sensitive. Everybody's too damn sensitive.
Just on the topic of sensitive, let's also get together. We are not saying it is. We're not for the voices of accused people who are accused. We believe you if it's true. Okay, let's not act like
No,
you
and-
guys are not saying the
I
truth.
don't
No,
believe
but-
shit until I see it's true.
No, but
Man,
that's
it's-
I'm with that.
Period.
I'm not saying you're not saying the truth, but I'm not gonna just jump out the gun and get somebody fired. Oh, we need the CEO of so and so. Get that. Like, there's so much hard work they put in for just an accusation to get them out of there.
To me, this is just like that lady that was calling police on them black folks at the park.
Mm-hmm.
I
For
feel
what,
like
really now with Charco and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
ridiculous,
It's
man.
like it's the same situation, and if you look at it, it's black and white again. I think a lot of white people are threatened by how a lot of black people move and how a lot of ways that we do stuff because they don't understand how we move and how we are. So I think it's already a false sense of fear because they
Right.
don't understand the situation. And then when certain things like this take place, or you have a person in power who's confident about what they say or what they do and how they make their living, I think it's even more of a threat to them.
Yeah, well, I agree with them that we're not necessarily saying that. When I say that people are too sensitive, I'm not talking about people that have legitimately been assaulted or that have legitimate claims. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that anything that Harvey Weinstein did was right. It's not. That's not it at all. What I'm saying is that people have to have like, well, I'm trying to get the words put together so it's not misunderstood. People have to have that a little bit better sense of judgment when they're going to make an accusation like this, because what you're doing is pretty much putting a person's career on the line. You have to be dead sure that what you're saying happened, because even if it's not true, the damage has already been done PR wise.
Yeah.
That's my only concern, and I think that's for somebody like Morgan Freeman, for somebody that has a high profile, that's in a high profile
It seems
place
to
in
be
his
the
life.
goal for a lot of people to get a lot
It's
of
just-
these people.
Exactly. Get them out of here.
Exactly.
It's
So-
like it's a game, bro. Honestly.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
so,
it is.
like this whole video we saw, and we'll definitely put a link to it. Like, it's just not there. What she's describing and what we actually see in that video doesn't match up.
Right, and if this is behind the scenes footage that that's not made available to the public, hopefully somebody can release it. Maybe there's a little bit more in depth
Yeah,
explanation
exactly.
of.
I don't
what's
think
going on.
maybe he is guilty, but from what we know right now,
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, if she has something more damaging, then you've got to bring it to the table, because right now what you have is nothing.
You feel like he owes an apology?
well, he not her, but
Nah,
he did
yeah.
give an apology to the other accusations. I'm not gonna lie, that ripe statement that came out, somebody saying that he said that she was ripe, hey, that may be true, because that's an old head thing. Hey, you look very
I
ripe.
told y'all, Morgan Freeman from Mississippi, so it could go a lot of ways.
Exactly.
You don't know.
But just like how we're holding all these people who are accused accountable, I think we should keep the people who accuse people falsely, and even the people who hype up these situations. I think we need to keep everybody accountable, because, like Nelly, Nelly was accused, right?
Mm-mm.
You know?
Mm-mm.
Okay, when Nelly was accused, it was a pretty big deal. Black women, oh my goodness,
He was
what-
accused of rape.
sexual
I
misconduct,
think
just
I
in
do
that
remember
general
a
book.
while ago, right?
Yeah.
The woman bows out of the accusations. That's all we hear about it. Nobody says anything to her like, oh yeah, it was just like, oh, she just bows out, and I'm like, but Nelly's career is really tarnished with that.
Yeah.
Kobe's career is tarnished with that.
Yeah. Mystical's
Big
career
Big
is
Ben, Big Ben, all these people they're tarnished from just.
Don't use Mystical. I'm just saying.
Bottom line, even without a full investigation happening, these people's career are in jeopardy. And just like he said, I feel like we need to make sure these accusations are very valid right now.
Yeah.
And we talk about a lot of famous people, but there's a lot of regular, everyday people that are also getting affected by this stuff.
Who don't have the type of representation that these
It's
people
just,
have.
and it's just all about that, that paper. Like it is because it definitely is because if the more assets you have for a criminal defense attorney, the better look how long Bill Cosby was able to fend off his stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Look how long. I'm
I'm
telling you, the people that have the means to defend themselves are gonna be able to, get off either with a slap on the wrist or are gonna be targeted more.
And the more
and what about the guys who with this Me Too? And I say that and I bring this up, but what about the guys that and girls? I'm sure other people have been affected by this too. What about the ones that can't afford that stuff? Like already, like they're either going to be arrested, they're going to be sued for all sorts of libel, So it's just I don't know, man. It's just.
I tell you what, it's got every nigga thinking about all the booty he touched. When he was
Oh
in
yeah,
high
most
school.
definitely. All the people
Thinking
raised in
about-
the '90s. I remember like back in my day. I'm a youngin, but like back in like 6th grade middle school, niggas used to play slap ass, on girls. Hey,
y'all played
they
it.
gonna get y'all the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, bro.
It's
Y'all are
over with.
gone.
They got a long list of niggas slapping
Y'all
ass.
are
What's the name of
gone.
the game?
In this Me Too era, goodbye.
It's over with.
Yeah.
So, speaking of apologies, you owe Steph Curry an apology, bro.
Oh, do I? I forgot about that. So here, let me bring it back up here.
Oh, he got an official statement.
Yeah, let me go and do that.
Oh yeah, we already have the camera. Do you need like
Yeah.
a table for official press conference?
It has come to
Wait,
my
hold on. No, smash his calculator out. He's disrespectful.
It has come to my attention that that I have wrongly compared Steph Curry to Reggie Miller. Wow. And I say with most sincere apologies that hey, if you're truly great, you would have done it before 6 games.
Goodness.
So Houston came back, beat you at Golden State. Houston, you were able to take it to game, 7, and I just want to say that hey, things happen.
Wow.
So
It's the sorry ass
Yeah.
apology.
Sorry apology, G.
That was worse than Ray Rice's apology.
and
Did you see what he did yesterday?
yeah. So
Did you see what Clay was doing yesterday? The waffle colored like combination yesterday was just crazy, bro. I don't know. I think he needs to give a lot more respect.
The Warriors gonna win it, bro.
And look. Once the Warriors win tomorrow,
Look,
he's gonna
once-
say Chris Paul didn't play. Blah blah blah. Look,
once the Warriors, if the Warriors go to the finals, then I'll give a legit apology. But let's get past Houston first, because part of my comments on the last show was that I said Houston would take care of the Golden State Warriors because they have the ability to. And right now they haven't shown that they don't have the ability to take care of the Golden State Warriors because they've done it handily for a couple games. So I'm just saying,
Game 7 tonight.
the NBA is a very
you do understand Klay
Yeah.
Thompson has his confidence back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he needs.
He was shooting from everywhere and anywhere at
They don't
any
even
time.
need Steph
Hey
Curry.
man, I got my confidence too. I had a confidence to say paper, so there we go.
I think that's a good one.
So you'll get a legit apology if you make it to the finals. I'll make sure it's not my calculator this time.
Official statement.
Official statement.
That's all we got for Real
Yeah.
Talk.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for listening.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe. You want to hear something, you got any specific topics you want us to talk about, go ahead and hit us up and we'll talk about that. Also, don't forget about that Q&A. I hate Monday Q&A at gmail.com. We want to answer them questions like we did last season, so go ahead and hit us up.
Thank you, Ade, for joining the couch.
Definitely.
Welcome to
Good
the camp.
job. Good job.
Don't forget to plug that Instagram too. Thank you though.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
I hate _ Mondays. What is it?
No, I hate Monday.
Well, look, I'm just gonna put it on
podcast.
the screen.
So,
It'll just be on the screen.
yeah.
Make sure you follow everything.
Subscribe. Tell your friends. Appreciate all the support. So.
You guys can like, comment, and subscribe to any of our social media outlets. We have the Instagram, which is
I Hate Monday _ podcast.
That's right. So you can follow us on there. You can also like, obviously, and subscribe any of the information that's on there as well. And then, of course, follow the YouTube.
This week we got myself again coming back with Burning Down Waffle House.
Walking Waffle House, I do my damn like this. Yeah, turning up in Waffle House like Danny nigga lit. Yeah, walking Waffle House, I do my damn like this. Yeah, burning down a Waffle House like Danny nigga lit. Waffle House, we pulling up at the Waffle House. Drop it off. I got the juice out to top me off. Bet you won't, wipe me down. Manager want me to pipe down. Turning it, bit never turned down. Yeah, we were too lit, that whole burnt down. Do my damn like this. Sausage biscuit, I want bacon, eggs, and grit. Yeah. Oh, girl, back there on that sweet tea super thick. Taste it how I like it, might include you on the tip. Breakfast at the Waffle House, 20 sausage biscuits. Yeah. Pull up at the Waffle House, ain't 20, 30 bitches. Fit in the parking lot, like, man, I gotta get it. Yeah. Came in dripping salt, that shit spill off in the kitchen. Everybody in here on that level, I suppose, yeah. Girl Scout got some cookies, I can smell them on the clothes, yeah. Wanna tell me in yourself and strike a pose, yeah. Wasn't smiling, got stilettos on my toes, yeah. Pancake flipping like the neighborhood match at home. Nigga holding bad wood, look like saxophone. Last week, 12 came through this whole stomping. Loudspeaker blowing on them like a trumpet. Walking Waffle House, I do my damn like this. Yeah, turning up in Waffle House like Danny nigga lit. Yeah, walking Waffle House, I do my damn like this. Yeah, burning down a Waffle House like Danny nigga lit. Waffle House, we pulling up at the Waffle House. Drop it off. I got the juice out to top me off. Bet you won't, wipe me down. Manager want me to pipe down. Turning it, bit never turned down. Yeah, we were too lit, that whole burnt down.